hence it is by default spectacular. Exactly. Yeah, so that's actually literally all we're gonna do today. I was gonna like, you know what's funny is that in my head, in my head, this was gonna be like, okay, we're gonna put the creme de, we're gonna put the muffins in the oven, and then by the time we get done with the creme de cacao, that will be, then we'll be ready to take the muffins out of the oven, and we can try a muffin, and then we can read out, and that'll be good. But literally that took like 20 seconds. That was like a lot faster than I was expecting. You still have the Montezumas. I do. I have a little bit left. I ate most of it, but there's like this much left. It stays in the chocolate box. Actually, you know what? Before I just start randomly stashing crap everywhere, because I went to some effort to actually arrange all of this carefully the other day, and so cornstarch, tapioca flour, there's our nuts and walnuts, and there we go. That's actually better. That's fine. Okay. Yeah, that's it. Abby says, funnily enough, that's a state park near me, Montezuma State Park. Quick says, okay, just want to rank solo. I feel more confident about Fortnite now. Quicks, you're good. You're good. You're good, man. Please don't be anxious about it. I mean, you feel however you want, but like, I'm just looking forward to getting to play with you, okay? So like, however well we do or don't even worry about it. It's going to be fun. Car says randomly stashing nuts equals squirrely behavior, also called caching. I thought that's what internet browsers did. If you're squirreling nuts, you're and caching, then you're either a squirrel or an internet browser. Yes, you can drive through it and do some bird watching. Cool. Well, congratulations on your win, though. That's amazing. So let's put some things. Let's continue to put some things away because we can do that at the very least. We've got a scale, and then our measuring cups that we didn't use can go down here, and then this can go back on the mixer even though the bowl's not there. All right, like I've done all the I've done everything now. Abby says you'd also be a nuthatch or a bunch of woodpecker species. So you know what's weird? We have a tree that's like directly below our window. That is like a particular kind of, I don't know what kind of tree it is, but it's got like really pink blossoms in the spring. And the migratory birds tend to flock to this one tree. So I can look out my window and look down on this little tiny, like, it's not a huge tree, but it's not an enormous tree, that it's like the top of it is kind of like at like, I don't know, maybe like at waist level for me. I'd have to look out the window again. But like it's like at like waist level for me, so I can look down, and especially like right in the spring before the leaves have come, like it's just blossoms and you can like look down through the tree. I've seen nuthatches, I've seen woodpeckers, robins, obviously, chickadees. I see Carolina wrens all the time. There's one particular Carolina wren that comes through here every year and sits right there. If you guys have ever heard of Carolina wren, they are loud AF. They are so loud. And he sits right there early in the morning, like right at sunrise. And then like not for the rest of the day, but anyways, it's just pretty funny. Let's see. Bradford pear, cut it down if it is. I don't know. I don't have any idea. But if I start cutting down trees in our condo neighborhood, I have a pretty severe sense that the board is gonna come down hard on my ass. Love some wrens. For such a small bird, they're like truck horns. They are like truck horns. They're this big and they're so loud. They're like all voice box or something. They're so freaking loud. Okay, so I don't know. Do we want to stand here for 15 minutes and talk about birds? Do we want to I don't know, what do we want to do? What's the plan? We have an ad starting in 14 minutes. So we wouldn't be able to pull out the muffins. We have to take an ad break first before muffins. Brig is shenanigans. Okay, Brig is voting shenanigans. Okay. What is my favorite burb? I don't have one. Okay, so as much, no, you know what, I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say maybe that's not true. I'm gonna say maybe that Carolina wren. Here's the thing about the Carolina wren. It is very small and very loud, okay? But the thing is, it's not a robin. It's not the first bird of spring. Usually what happens here, we get mixed flocks that stay here year round, right? And so you will see things like cardinals, sometimes chickadees and nuthatches and things in smaller numbers. But the wrens go south, but they go south to the Carolinas, which is just one state south of me. And when they come back, like when I hear that little dude sitting in that tree outside my window, that means spring is really, really coming. And I hate winter. I hate it. I hate it so much. Right now, it's melting and freezing. The snow outside is melting and freezing literally every morning. So, like, you constantly have to be careful where you're walking. The ground is just absolutely saturated with moisture because it's frozen further down. And so just the top layer is thawed. It makes everything messy and muddy and terrible. And also it's cold and it's dark early and I hate it. I hate winter. So spring coming is amazing because then it's not as cold, it's not as muddy, it's not as it's not as snowy, it's not as slippery. You can go anywhere you want. It's still light outside at 7:00 at night. It's great. I love spring. Spring's great. It's not my favorite season. Fall's my favorite season, but because I'm a basic bitch. But spring as an antidote to winter is terrific. And the Carolina wren tells me when it is genuinely, actually, honest to goodness spring. Instead of the stupid robins, which are like, okay, we'll just come back then. Because they don't mean anything. It can still fucking snow. Anyway, what Des says, Leah, easy, our national bird back home, the Himalayan monal. Des says it drove you crazy enough that it got under your skin. Very small and very loud. Oh, I wonder why it's your favorite. I hate you. Cara says, did you know that saying someone else eats like a bird means they really eat at least twice their body weight in a day? Most birds have incredibly high metabolisms, plus their bones are hollow, so they don't weigh much at all to begin with. It's you. It's me. The Carolina wren is me. Very small and very loud. Abby says, maybe I was a bird in my past life. So Abby's the bird. Yeah, this is Abby and Cara making the exact same joke. Briggs says, should I be offended? I feel like I should be offended. No, never